dementia residents say that relatives need to take an interest in them and ask them questions. And when they visit, establish eye contact, meet and greet, and say their name. Because often what happens is, if they haven't seen you for a long time and they're still thinking back to way back to when you were a child and now you've aged, they may well not recognize you. Whereas if you give your name, say who you are, that you're Matt, you know, the eldest child, then everything's in place and they can have a lovely time with you. Now, living in a dementia unit is a completely and utterly different life to what the person will have been used to prior. So there's lots of questions to ask and lots of things to be interested in because there's so much going on that is different. So you can ask all these questions to your, say, parent: how they sleeping, how they drinking, how their meals, have they made new friends? All of these things are really important questions. Now, it may not be that your parent can answer all the questions effectively, but they will answer some of it. So at least you're partway there with the equation in terms of being able to sort out what's working for them and what's not. Now, in terms of meals, which is always a very important thing in a dementia unit, every meal is important. You can ask your parent, okay, mum, say, how's breakfast going? Are you having porridge? And she may well say no, and she's always had porridge. Every day of her life she's had porridge. The dementia unit serves porridge, but somehow she's not been given it. So you can go to the charge nurse and find out, is it charted for her to have porridge? No, indeed it's not. Somehow it's been missed. So there we are, one solution solved. Now mum's got porridge. You can explain to mum, look, sorry mum, but somehow it got missed on the chart that you had porridge for breakfast. Don't know how that happened, but now it's all sorted and you'll be getting your favourite porridge every morning. Okay, so that's a good start to the day now for mum, with maybe honey or brown sugar, cream, milk, whatever she likes with it. Because these things are important. If you've had a certain breakfast, you know, marmalade and toast and tea, or porridge, sugar and cream, or whatever, you've had that same standard breakfast every day of your life and you love that breakfast and it sets you up for the day. And then all of a sudden you're not getting that now that you're in a dementia unit with 100 other things that are unfamiliar. It really puts you on the wrong footing. Whereas if you can get at least your breakfast sorted in a way that you like it, having been sorted out with questioning from the relative, then you're all set up, you know, for at least the breakfast time and on from there. Now, it's probably a good idea as a relative, say you are visiting from overseas for the week, it probably is a good idea to go to a few of the meals with your parent to see what they're eating, how they're faring, are they enjoying it, who are the people that they're dining with, who are their friends. You'll meet all of that information you'll garner at the meal times. So if you go to the meal, say with your mother, and you notice she's not drinking, then you can attend to that. Maybe she doesn't like water, but if she has half juice, half water, how she's always liked it, she's fine at drinking that. So if she's only been given water, which say she is, and she's not drinking anything, then you can just say to the staff, look, if you can just fill the glass with half water and half juice, mum will drink that and at least get the fluids. And on from there with all the other foods and various formations of cuisine that go on. If you feel that your mother's, or if you notice that your mother's putting on weight, which is a big issue in dementia units because there's so much sugar, cream and cake, and if the person's not used to eating that, then they go straight into a dementia unit and everything's on display, morning and afternoon tea, everything creamy and sugary and delightful. It's really good to look at that and say to your mother, look mum, it's just, we really need to think about how to go about this because there's so much sugar here. Everything's so creamy and sugary, and morning and afternoon tea, etc. It will just, if you eat all of this, you know, you're going to very soon put on so much weight and you'll feel burdened because of it. It's unhealthy. So maybe discuss with her options. How would she feel if she went onto the diabetic diet with small sandwiches for morning and afternoon tea and fruit? How would you feel about that, Mum? Morning and afternoon tea. If you just go onto asparagus rolls or sandwiches or fruit. Oh, that's okay, dear. Okay, so you've sorted that. You've informed her. She's fine about it. You mention it to the charge nurse. Rechart that. Now the thing is desserts. Now, Mum, I know you like desserts. That's a bit tougher. But I think a dessert every day is probably going to be a bit much, don't you? Like, I don't know if you can manage that and still keep your weight stable. Or can I just have a small portion, dear? Well, yeah, that might work. Maybe a small portion of dessert. I can mention that to the nurse, just half a portion. And do you like ice cream as well? Oh, just a little bit, dear. Okay. Small desserts. Okay. No morning and afternoon tea. Just the fruit and sandwiches and small desserts. Okay, so we'll go about that. Very good. Okay, Mum. So we've sorted, you've got your porridge. What else? But no cream and sugar, just milk, I think, and a little bit of honey. No morning, afternoon tea, your fruits and small dessert. Oh my goodness, there's quite a lot to organise here, isn't there, Mum? You know, I didn't quite realise until I started asking you the questions and investigating. It's just so easy just to leave it up to the powers to be and think it's all right. But look, you're doing really well, Mum. We're proud of you, very proud of you. All your efforts. We know it's not easy, but you're doing very well. We're here to support as much as we can. And I'll be in all week to take you out and about and have a nice time. So I've written about these topics at length in The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit, both on Amazon, ebooks popular, and my website, pietavalentine.com. This first book is everything you need to know for a relative going into a dementia unit, everything you need to know once they're in the dementia unit, The Resident's Rise. So if you're a reader, you like reading, even if you're not a reader, are actually essential information really, because there is so much to learn for someone going into a dementia unit, and the more that you as a relative are informed, better off you'll be to be able to support. Now, thank you everyone for your support and likes and viewing on both channels, YouTube and TikTok. And Granny, of course, is being well supported. Lovely Granny. She's doing very well with her fluids, or doing partly well. She's not doing very well, but she's giving it all a go. And thank you for your viewing of these videos, one separate topic per video pretty much. Thank you.